Saudi Aramco is the world's largest oil and gas company by market capitalization. It also makes the most crude oil of any country in the world. The size of Saudi Aramco has grown a lot in its field. It can still get more customers if it uses pepper marketing techniques. As more and more people switch to online media, it's easy for every business to find their possible customers. One of the most important things for a business to grow in this day and age is to use internet marketing. The fact that Saudi Aramco is so successful in its field makes us want to know how they do it. But before starting the SWOT analysis, let's learn about Saudi Aramco as a company, its goods, competitors, finances, and more. Saudi Aramco, which is also known as the Saudi Arabian Oil Company, is the largest oil company in Saudi Arabia and is owned by the government. It started up in the year 1933. Its main office is in Dhahran, which is in Saudi Arabia. The goal of Saudi Aramco is to stay at the top of its business, which, according to Saudi Arabian Oil Co., is the petroleum-based energy industry. In order to reach its goal, the company makes sure it stays committed to solving problems that come up in its industry. Saudi Arabian Oil Co. is a good example of how investments in innovation, like R&D, and entrepreneurship work in the real world. Saudi Aramco is also a creator of educational opportunities, economic progress, an increase of environmental awareness, and energy sustainability. As of 2020, Saudi Aramco was worth about $2 trillion on the stock market and made about $200 billion in sales that same year. As of 2020, it has made a profit of about $49 billion. Products of Saudi Aramco. Saudi Aramco has grown exponentially in its market and has to provide its customers with different products. Following are some of the products of Saudi Aramco: petroleum, natural gas, petrochemical derivatives. Close competitors of Saudi Aramco. Saudi Aramco has to compete with large competitors in its market to maintain its position. Following are some of the top competitors that Saudi Aramco has to face in the market: BP, ExxonMobil, Marathon Petroleum Corporation, MPC, Shell. How Saudi Aramco designs and manages its products. The innovative culture of Saudi Aramco shows that the company develops and manages its products using continuous quality improvement and total quality management approaches. The goal of both of these methods is to make sure that customers are happy. Continuous quality improvement is a process that is based on performance and involves measuring, analyzing, and improving the current performance of a product or process. The failure mode and effects analysis, FMEA, is a type of continuous quality control that Saudi Aramco can use. In FMEA, most of the time, potential problems with a product or method are found beforehand and then possible solutions are made. To get total quality management, a company like Saudi Aramco should combine statistical quality control methods with dedicated worker involvement in the company's program for improving quality all the time. In total quality management, it's important to remember that the customer defines quality, so his or her standards should be met. How Saudi Aramco maintains its public image. Saudi Aramco keeps up its public image by making sure that its processes and goods meet high-quality standards. This is made possible by the company's innovative approach, which makes it easier to create new and better technology. This is shown again in the article Innovation at Saudi Aramco, which says this about the company's attitude of innovation. Today, innovation can be seen in every part of our business. Because of this, our company is seen as a leader in its use of cutting-edge technology. So, research and development must be at the core of Saudi Aramco's efforts to keep up its good reputation. Again, research and development gives Saudi Aramco the information it needs to improve its technology and keep its goods at a high level of quality. Another way in which Saudi Aramco maintains its public image is through its activities that focus on increasing environmental awareness. The public sees this kind of participation as an indication of a responsible company. Saudi Aramco also takes care of its public image by making educational opportunities possible. This shows the public that Saudi Aramco is a good company that helps the community. How Saudi Aramco manages customer loyalty. One way the company keeps customers coming back is by taking care of its business culture. The organizational culture at Saudi Aramco makes sure that the employees are always very motivated. It is important to make sure that the company's customers are happy. When people are happy, they are more likely to remain with a business than when they aren't. Saudi Aramco takes care of customer loyalty in another way by making sure it keeps the good reputation it has built for itself. Saudi Aramco is committed to coming up with new ideas, which gives the company a good name right now. Saudi Aramco is also committed to educating people and raising knowledge about the environment. These actions make it look better to the people. Customers are more likely to stick with a business that has a good public image. Saudi Aramco takes care of customer loyalty in another way by having an online portal where customers can post comments or problems. Now that we have known about the company, let us start with the SWOT analysis of Aramco. Saudi Aramco, a SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is one of the best ways for Saudi Aramco to figure out its internal strengths and weaknesses, as well as its external opportunities and threats. SWOT analysis gives Saudi Aramco an overview of its business, which helps it figure out where it sits in the market. Let's start the SWOT analysis by looking at what Saudi Aramco does well. Strengths of Saudi Aramco. The most important thing that helps Saudi Aramco keep its place in the market is its strengths. Here are some of Saudi Aramco's strengths. Large production and refining capacity. Saudi Aramco has a large capacity for production and improving its materials. This helps the company sell its goods to a wide range of people on the market. Advancement in technology. Saudi Aramco uses the latest technology in the production and management of its products. This makes its process more efficient, which lets it make more products. Low price. The cost per production of a barrel of Aramco is one of the lowest in the market all over the world, so this helps it to enjoy the advantages of a low-cost environment. Weaknesses of Saudi Aramco. Weaknesses are the things that stop Saudi Aramco from growing. It needs to find these problems in its business and work as quickly as possible to fix them. Here are some things that Saudi Aramco does not do well. High reliance on only one product. Saudi Aramco depends more on the success of just one of its products, crude oil, than on the success of any of its other goods. If this keeps happening, the company could have trouble in the future if the product's ability to make money changes. Corporate governance and transparency. Saudi Aramco faces a large disadvantage due to corporate governance and transparency. Opportunities for Saudi Aramco. Opportunities are the factors that help Saudi Aramco grow exponentially in its industry. The company needs to look for chances that can help it and turn them into its strengths. Saudi Aramco has some of the following chances. Global economic growth. Since the need for energy is growing and people are becoming more dependent on fuels, this could be a chance for Saudi Aramco to grow in its field. Saudi Aramco's IPO. When Saudi Aramco's IPO comes out, it will help people figure out how much the company is really worth. This will give the company more cash and business transparency. Threats to Saudi Aramco. Threats are things outside of Saudi Aramco that stop the company from growing in a bad way. It needs to know about these kinds of things that could happen in the future and be ready to take the right precautions. Here are a few of the things that could go wrong with Saudi Aramco. Exploration of new products. If other countries do a good job of exploring new products, Saudi Aramco's share of the world market could go down. This will mean that Saudi Aramco will be in danger. Eco-friendly fuel. If the number of people who use renewable energy and other non-traditional sources of energy goes up, the company could lose a lot of money because their products aren't good for the environment. Conclusion. According to the SWOT analysis of Saudi Aramco, it is the largest oil and gas company in the world. It has a big production and refining capacity on the market, and it uses cutting-edge technology to make its products. Both the growth of the world economy and Saudi Aramco's IPC can give the company a chance to grow. Even though it has so many good points, it still needs to be fixed. It depends a lot on just one product, and the fact that other countries are looking for new goods can hurt Saudi Aramco. It can, however, make more people aware of its brand in the market by using advanced digital marketing methods. This will help the company raise the value of its brand. Digital marketing is very important for every business today because most people use social media and it is easy to find their target group.